Hey guys, it's Godbars here, the self-proclaimed hip-hop historian, and this is the 11th episode of my series where I share 15 of my favorite beats from a select producer. And today we have a personal favorite who's simultaneously a legend and somehow kind of underrated in my book, and that's the pioneer Prince Paul. There were frankly just bounds of classic moments I had to leave out of this list, because not only does he have solo albums that I adore front to back, but he fully produced all of the first three De La Soul albums, and that's not even mentioning his work with Gravediggaz or Stetsa I. Needless to say, it definitely wasn't easy, and I want to emphasize that, as usual, this list is just my personal favorite 15 Prince Paul beats, not the 15 that I think are the most impactful or had the biggest influence necessarily. For whatever reason, this was someone where it was much harder than usual to find the actual instrumentals when it came to using them in the video. So if you see a number of clips throughout this episode where I use the actual song itself, that would be why. I also want to shout out a number of the tracks that I had to cut, like Break of Dawn, In Full Gear, and a number of other songs from Paul's time in Stetsasonic, The Magic Number, You Made Me, or AKC. And as much as I love his solo album, Prince Among Thieves, so many of my favorite Prince Paul instrumentals show up on that LP that I had to trim them down a little bit, even though I absolutely adore moments like Macula's Theory, Handle Your Time, The Other Line, and the title track. Getting into the honorable mentions, which aren't in any particular order, first off we have Talkin' All That Jazz, one of the many groundbreaking beats that Paul created in his early days with Stetsasonic. Staying on that wavelength, I want to shout out one other song from that time in Prince Paul's career, that being the track Go Stetsa I. Moving on to one of the instrumentals that Paul created for a legend who's been in the game just as long as he has, we have KRS-One, more specifically the Boogie Down Productions album, Sex and Violence, where Paul actually produced the title track. Next up, we have someone I originally had about 4 times on this list, but ultimately I had to cut those placements in half, that being MC Paul Barman, whose entire debut EP was produced by Prince Paul. But the honorable mention I picked was actually the one beat placement that Prince Paul had on MCPB's debut full-length, Hallelujah, which was the kind of medieval-sounding track Bleeding Brain Grow.
Called it trickle-down ergonomics. Little thought in my knot. Ooh, you make it hot. Send a puff of steam out the ears to make the bleeding brain grow. I can do anything, like a palindrome or Morse code to make the bleeding brain grow.
With Paul's fingerprints all over the first 3 De La Soul albums. Of course, I had to pull a moment or two from Balloon Mind State, and the one I wanted to recommend here is IMIB.
Shoulder.
I am
I
chipping.
am again, and I be traffic.
I am short. I be four.
I am Q-tip, I be friction.
I am Tasha. I be short. I'm definitely four. I be one more time. I am short. I be 4'11". I am short. I be 4'11". I am short. I be
While overall Handsome Boy Modeling School doesn't rank quite as high for me as some of his other endeavors, I still wanted to shout out at least one moment from that adventurous project, and I chose to go with The Truth. Getting into the coveted debut album from De La Soul, one of the beats that indisputably helped the group first really find their sound was the instrumental Paul cooked up for Plug Tuning into the stellar concept album Prince Among Thieves. One of the killer samples that I couldn't bear to leave off was the grimy loop that Paul put together for Cool Keith in the song Weapons World.
Kill a 6-foot gorilla with the skin of an alligator with aluminum. With the aluminum skin of an alligator to a 4.8 pterodactyl. That's a dragon plus with a twist.
Another kind of random one-off moment where Prince Paul just kind of showed up on someone else's album and stole the show with a single production slot was Del the Funky Homo Sapiens' Offspring with the track's signature Slogans.
You know it, my signature slogan, spitting the open, the doja, the doja, listen closer, get it in focus, didn't you know this, listen is hopeless, to the poet, didn't you know it, my signature slogan, spitting the open, the doja, the doja, listen closer, focus your mind, before I boot you in the cerebellum, make your brain drip out your nostrils. Asshole. Sup, Prince Paul?
Staying on that same page, we have another instrumental that Paul gave a fellow legend to help flesh out their own album. And in this case, it was rapper-producer J Live and his incredibly underrated LP, The Best Part, with the song Wax Paper. While it may not sound quite as modern as some of these other picks, I really couldn't do a list of Prince Paul beats without at least mentioning Me, Myself, and I. And closing out the honorable mentions, we have Justin Warfield and his album My Field Trip to Planet 9, where Prince Paul produced the stellar instrumental for the song Thoughts on the Buttermilk.
Hands of time, smoke an herbal root, swing a verbal rhyme, bring about a change or change what we bring about, dance on the wall, shell toes, play the god. When I fall into a batch of the hip hop gumbo, make me go smile and face shake.
And kicking up the main 15, which will be in order from least to most favorite, at number 15 we have one of the most prolific instrumentals Paul ever made, especially in the late 80s. And this came through The Gas Face, the endlessly iconic track by Third Base, featuring MF Doom, at that time known as Zev Love X of KMD.
Now for the Prime Minister, Sinister, Pete. Nice.
For number 14, we have what's actually the highest placing beat off of 3 Feet High and Rising, which really had to be the legendary Otis Redding sample they used for the track I Know. At number 13, we have one of the few beats you'll see on this list from 6 Feet Deep, the Gravediggers debut, and here I had to go with Constant Elevation. Coming in at number 12, we have another classic you'll definitely see pop up a few more times in this list, De La Soul's second album, De La Soul is Dead, which is actually my favorite De La release, and one of the very memorable moments comes through the track Past the Plugs. At number 11, returning to MC Paul Barman, we have my favorite beat that Prince Paul ever created for that enigmatic MC, which is definitely I'm Fricking Awesome.
What is it? From the mixed up files of Basil T. Frankenweiler? Or something like that? Mixed up files? Powerful files. Frankly, it's the last days. Jocks make pussies or ashtrays, and artsy farts have more baggage than Samsonite. Those ancient Hamptonites, they're always like, I can't tonight. And men who are too beautiful or too dutiful with their cuticles. Plus it's like conversation with the carpeted cubicle. I was eating food when a dude pseudo-suitable said my rap talk's the backdrop from laptop to blacktop. You certainly appear to be mightily stacked up. My iconoclastic rap stick has my Jimmy wax like chapstick. I think LL Cool J and Cannabis are both fantastic.
Coming in at number 10, I went with a beat I initially wasn't sure if I should put in this list, and I'm still a little bit conflicted, so I definitely want to hear from you guys on this, because on one hand, I've seen multiple avenues and sources online point to Prince Paul as the producer behind Slick Rick's iconic song Behind Bars, featuring Warren G. However, on the Wikipedia article for that album, it doesn't have him listed for whatever reason. I'm still including it here mainly because I love the instrumental so much, and I saw way more sources saying it was his product than ones saying it wasn't. And at number 9, we have my favorite moment off of Balloon Mind State, which is without a doubt Ego Trippin' Part 2. But while much of that is because of the killer energy brought by both Paz and Dave, you can't discredit the timeless beat that Prince Paul laid down for them.
Jump!
For number 8, we have one of the darker beats that Prince Paul ever made for De La Soul, maybe the darkest, and it ended up on the pretty twisted story track, Millie Pulled a Pistol on Santa. At number 7, we have one of the many strong points off 1999's Prince Among Thieves, and for me, that's always been the stellar opening track, Pain.
Damn. Everything getting cold. Except for them bullet holes. That's the only thing hot. Why the fuck he had to do this to me? Wow. Damn. This is how it's all going. Fuck that. You bust at me, I'm busting back again. Feel like heat, ain't no way that you gon' fucking win. Shit, I set fire to a fucking friend. Friday night and you think of death, you gon' think of me. With your last breath is how it's got to be. The shell brought me closer to my God to be. Hell brought me closer to my soul set free. And so much pain, I'm almost giving up. Phlegm mixed with blood is what I'm bringing up. I hope I don't die is what keep bringing up. You're better off dead is what somebody's saying.
At number 6, I have my second highest placing moment from De La is Dead, and that had to be the creative and eclectic beat for the song Peace Porridge.
Yeah, man, I heard it's kind of fly.
Yo, man, Rakim and De La be out there all the time.
Word up. Yo, De La, yo, those punk kids, man.
Hey, punk.
Yo, man, those kids are whack, man. Straight up booty. Whack.
Yo, man, but yo, that buddy, yo, that was kind of fly, man. The
Yeah, it
power
was.
slam.
Word
slam.
up, yo, it was. But yo, forget about that, man. Yo, after they came out with Pluck 1, Pluck 2, and Pothole, yo, man, they fell over the brothers, man. Yes, they did, man. Yo, they was straight up pop, man. I'm telling you, forget them faggots.
Yo, check it out, BWRMS is throwing a party at the club, though, man.
Word
I
up.
bet you them there.
Yo, all right, so let them brothers show up, man. Let them brothers beat up. I'm gonna toe jack on them niggas. Run up on them.
My name is the pasta. Now I like to plug the real thing. So loose with the tap dance. The funky stuff I bring. My tribe is known as native tongue. Consist of jungle quest and others. We'll play, we're out on radio. And also by some foul brothers.
Kicking up the top 5, at 5th place, we have a beat I believe I accidentally initially included in my RZA video, because even though he assisted on a good number of the beats on both the debut and the sophomore album, someone corrected me in the comments and told me that the majority of the beat for Nowhere to Run, Nowhere to Hide was masterminded by Paul. At number 4, I have my second favorite track on Prince Among Thieves, which comes towards the back end of the concept album with the song You Got Shot.
You got shot, but you're not. Who's there? Another mother. This showdown, brother, high noon. My soul questing like old westerns. The lowdown, gonna die soon. The true fake, you're gonna fall to rock bottom when my Glock spot 'em. Then for you, snake, you're gonna fall. Crumbling, messing with me, definitely humbling, mumbling mercy. Thirsty, I need to hear it. I need your spirit decimated, desecrated my core. I'm to the extreme. Before you do your next scheme, deservedly you're suffering. You got to get your payback for hurting me. Your brother been your brother, kid from way back. Ain't no shame in your drama. You will be feeling the heat from you stealing my beat down to you gaming my mama. Aiming the bomb to finish with you. The minute split you, you done push me. Shit, I didn't even get to kill that pussy. But now I'm about to kill it, fill it, spill it on this pavement. The screaming satisfy my West craving. You got shot, but you're not. Who's there? Another motherfucking hard rock. You got.
At number 3, we have my favorite instrumental that Paul ever made as part of the Gravediggers, and it's probably my favorite song the group ever put out, which is the timeless horror-themed track Diary of a Madman. Coming in second place, we have my favorite beat on De La Soul is Dead, and even though it comes extremely early in the album's track list, I've always had this weird personal affinity for Oodles of O's.
Oodles and oodles of O's, you know. You get them from my sister, you get them from my bro. All I is man and once an embryo. And my solid gold, I don't cast a glow. Yes, I guess it's reflex, some have no control. I'd rather let her laughter and tally if I go. Canoeing up the river or out into the O. You just know we're not, so not in a roll. Some are lovey-dovey, I hear crazy crow. Some shake your hand, but this is called a show. I was John Doe, now I'm Mr. Jollico. Pissed with the witness, and now I adore. O's got the world, cause O's was on tour. Girls gave the O's and guys O for sure. Where they arose, well, nobody knows. What do they mean? Well, here's how it goes. Those shoots got the O's when you hold the dough. You know who you are, but they didn't know. And now with respect, they flex like a pro. You're first another nigga, but now an afro. Oodles and oodles and O's and oodles and oodles and oodles of O's. You know, they giving oodles and O's and O's and oodles and.
And taking the number 1 spot, while it might be a bit of an upset, we have a moment that frankly isn't that well known or impactful, at least not when compared to some of the other tracks I had lower down. But when it comes to which instrumental I would personally choose to rap over today, or which one I wish I had created the most, I really would have to go with War Party off of Prince Among Thieves. Because I genuinely feel like if you took this beat and slapped someone like Rock Marciano or Pusha T on there, you could easily release it in 2025 and nobody would bat an eye. Also, I'm a bit biased because this track features the underground rap group Horror City, and literally every single member snaps on their verse and provides something unique and different, which definitely played a large part in why this song had so much revisiting value for me.
Fuck, I smashed the soul out your back, so how you figure? You can hold your fucking own, you're a clone. Alone in the world, no identity. Once a friend to me, now I know the
check it, check it. We charge up like a 9-volt. Drama beat, you better hold. I pack a 45 coat with a mad kick. Cause when I lick, the whole sky slit. You better duck quick before you get your shills knit split. I plays not cause when it's on for real. Still pull out, call my bluff, a nigga fade to still. In a second or a minute, I reckon I'll be in it. Put on ranks for high banks, tanks,
I'm
and
up
nigga
with
shit
an
all
S&M,
finished.
them leather wearing bitches whipping men.
heading from the corner of a dead end. I can't forget my dead friends, and that's what makes my brains erratic. And plus I got a bad habit of mixing alcohol with automatics. Who got static? I came to set it off and get this party started. Those to provoke is getting choked. I ain't no fucking joke. My friends won't go anywhere with me. Anyone in the vicinity talks with conspiracies getting death by electricity.
Niggas get confused, not knowing what I'ma do. I sit and wait for niggas to make an ill-advised move. I say the way that could be from here to there. Busting shots from secluded spots you don't know where. We're all there, we're all there. Talking about your dead.
And with that, we've now reached the end of the list, but feel free to recommend any other producers you would like to see in this series, as well as what beats you feel like I left off. Don't forget to have a great day, and I'll see you next time, okay? Alright.